Good morning, buenos dias. Where am I at? There I am. What's up, everyone? Good morning. Things are wild right now. Let me get adjusted here. How's everyone feeling? There is obviously a lot going on for those that maybe are just waking up or just tuning into the markets. We're down a lot, and you can see that right here on my chart. But we'll take a look at everything. We'll see what opportunities present themselves this morning. We'll see if we can find some trading opportunities, and we'll pay attention to all this news going on in the market. We have a massive week this week in the market. So let's kind of set some foundation here of what's going on. DeepSeek is a Chinese AI company that basically, or an AI, I guess, it's kind of like ChatGPT that came out. I'm just going to give the too long didn't read, type of intro to this, but essentially you have a competitor that came out to ChatGPT, and the claims are that it was done for a massive discount with inferior technology. There's been reports that also maybe they actually did have access to a lot more NVIDIA chips than they're claiming. Who knows? We don't have all the information, obviously, but you can tell it has spooked the market. If you look at obviously what NASDAQ has done, what a lot of these names have done. So yeah, that's the basics of kind of what's going on here. We have a lot coming up this week, so let's take a look at earnings first. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everyone. We did have SoFi this morning and AT&T. Only real names on my list to kind of pay attention to, but later this week we have a ton of earnings. Tomorrow we'll have Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. We have Starbucks, and a lot of people like that name. But this day right here, this Wednesday, we have FOMC. So we have Jerome Powell on that day. We also have all of these earnings. We have 3 Mag 7. We have Tesla, Microsoft, Meta. This day is going to be huge. So it'll be very interesting today with a massive dip and a lot of things coming. What's the market going to do? How are we going to react? I'm a reactionary trader when it comes to day trading. Futures especially, I just react to levels, play what's in front of me on the screen, and go with that, right? And I also know that my system, the way I trade, does best in normal market conditions without any major shocks or surprises. Range based, not all-time highs, but also not massive spooks in the market, things like that. So I will be taking it easy. I will be sizing way down. We have a VIX over 20 again, which is great to trade once things kind of sort themselves out. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. But yeah, big week of earnings coming. Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, Apple also on Thursday. So we got a lot of big names coming up this week. You can see all of these. I mean, even if I go, let me put this on 10 billion plus market cap just to narrow this down, and you can still see, I think like 20% of S&P tickers are reporting this week. So a massive week. Visa, Intel, a lot of these names you'll recognize: ServiceNow, IBM, Lam Research. There's a lot of really big earnings coming this week. So let's take a look at that. Let's look at the economic calendar, getting ready for the week here as well. Today, nothing really that catches my eye for us today. The U.S. markets, I mean, the big thing is going to be the shock to the market with DeepSeek. So we'll see what happens with that throughout the rest of the week. We do have some data tomorrow. I don't think it's anything massive, but we'll see what happens. And then getting into Wednesday, scrolled too far. Here we go. Wednesday. This is the big one. Interest rate decision. It's about 100% chance at this point that we have that the Fed rate decision does not surprise us, right? I mean, I guess there is the shock factor there, but it's essentially 100% that they're not going to cut anything. So I don't think the market's really paying attention to this at all. What they're paying attention to is this. Whenever Jerome Powell starts talking, he was super hawkish last meeting. They're obviously, everyone thinks they're going to pause this meeting, but what will it look like going forward? Will his tone change? Will he continue to be hawkish? Will he swing back towards the middle a little bit? That will be very interesting. And then throughout the rest of the week, I'll be streaming again on Friday. I already set the schedule for this week, today and Friday. But this on Friday morning, while I am streaming, just before I start, we'll have core PCE. So that's the only other thing really on my watch. Obviously, we'll have some Fed speakers coming out later in the week after the FOMC, and they're all in a blackout period right now. So thought we would mention that a little bit. Take a look at the charts. This is going to be ugly. You can see we're trading right here, right now, in the pre-market. Big down move. SPY right here, very interesting. Let's look at the actual futures because this has been trading all night. And you can see, let me hide the drawing. No, hold on. Let's hide this. I can take this off for a second. All right, if we look at this trend line, we essentially back tested it again and got bought up. We also got bought up off of this 59.90 right here, which and it's the fib retracement, you know, from when we go this way. So if I go back and put it this way, we almost hit a golden retrace from this move here, coming back down. We're sitting right at the midpoint basically of this range. So this entire box right here, this entire action, we're right in the middle. Not that bad on ES. Now NQ looks rough. I mean, there's no way to really paint this much differently. You do see volume point of control up here at around 400, but when you look down here, this is just a tough look. To be 100% honest, if we go to the continuous chart here, where I've drawn, well, there we go. And even if you look at this right here, we are falling back under that trend line that we broke out from and went. So that'll be interesting. There's definitely some things to watch. If we look around the market, we do have, 3.5 minutes till open here. Obviously, we're going to have a massive gap down. I think everyone realizes that. Now, the issue is that gap's way too big to try to fill today. My approach will be, let's look at the orbs. Let's look at some historical levels that we maybe have. Let's see how the market digests. You know, sometimes the best trade is no trade. If that's the case this morning on the stream, I will stick to that. I will sacrifice patience and good habits, good discipline over anything else, but we will see what happens. If you guys are watching anything, let me know. Throw it down in the chat. We'll take a look at it. Good morning to everyone in the chat already. We had a couple on here. Buenos dias, Ariel. I see Mountain Man. Good morning. Good morning. Pete the Cat. Good morning, sir. Good to see you again in the chat. If you guys are here this morning, say hello. Give me a little hello this morning on this. I don't want to call this a Black Monday. We'll call it a Red Monday because it is pretty red. But let's see what happens when I look around right now at what's going on in the market. Bookmap has got stuff all over the place. We're getting close to open, but Broadcom noticeably down 12%. Nvidia's down 12, almost 13% as well. Google's down about 4%. Meta's down about 3%. Let's see, where's Microsoft 4% down. Apple is actually green now, flight to safety a little bit. Walmart, you guys know I talk about Walmart a lot. I love Walmart. Walmart stock is actually green this morning. A lot of other red out here. Let's see, Netflix holding in okay. Tesla's only down 3%. So Amazon 3.7%. So there's definitely some relative strength that you can find in this. Now we know why certain things are down, more than others because of the exposure to some of this the exposure to AI, and is this narrative, we don't have enough information is my take on it, right? Everyone's going to have a different take. Everyone's kind of got their some people are just full FUD. Some people are actually scared. Some people are calling the bluff. My approach on this is, hey, I don't have enough information, but I tend to start to think, okay, let's digest it. I tend to think, okay, things are a little bit hazy. Do I really believe the full details of this, or does this feel like kind of a market scare? I definitely think that's a highly probable and plausible scenario, but we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys thinking buy the dip? This DeepSeek thing is a not a bluff, but it's being overblown, and there's we're going to get a lot more details. Or do you think this is the AI bubble bursting? I don't think it is, but it could at least be a massive headwind that hits us right in the face as far as the AI trade goes. See some more people jumping in the chat. Good morning, Ricardo. And Chad says, go Birds. A couple good games yesterday. All right, we just opened up here. Let me go. Here's my 4-hour chart. This is the fib retracement I'm kind of watching from low to this recent high we just made. We're obviously way below all the pivot points. We're way below everything. I mean, my inclination would be to try to buy dips back up somewhere. But really, I need something to go off of, to be 100% honest. Some of my indicators updated here. Let me get back to my normal colors that I'm used to. Yeah, Chad, Eagles looked great yesterday. The Bills-Chiefs game was fantastic. All right. Walmart's pushing, Apple's pushing, Exxon, Boeing. I think this would be a target. All right, guys, let's see what happens here. Once again, let me know what you guys are watching. Jump down in the chat, say hello, whatever it is. Appreciate everyone tuning in on this Monday morning. Apple is ripping. That's a flight to safety. Look at this big old pop here. Just a casual 240-point ripper here right at the open. I'm not in anything. Once again, I said this a little bit earlier, but I want to reiterate. I have my trading strategy, right? I know where I excel, and I know where I don't have an edge. I mean, and right, we're on here with Edgeful. That's one of the entire things that we look for is we look for your edge in the market, not just trading blindly, but having an edge. And I know where my edge is. And when we have massive outside days like this, I don't have a big edge. I just know that I don't have an edge when the market is way out of sync with everything going on. We're just trying to figure out, what's going on, selling off like crazy. Where's support? I mean, it just kept knifing. Like last night, I mean, just coming through, bounce, knife through, track back up, reject, knife through, just keep falling. I mean, you saw this acceleration. Is this the low put in? Probably, at least for today, but we'll see. Coming right back into VWAP and getting pushed back down. We can watch some of these pre-market levels. Also, I like to use these NFP levels, so that will be interesting as well. Whoa, we'll see if we can find some trades. My inclination is going to be try to be on the long side. We're currently down 3% on QQQ. We're down 1.7 on SPY. That's really not even that bad on SPY. ES may be a better opportunity for trading today. We could also look at RTY or IWM. That may be something that we need to keep an eye on. Very, very interesting stuff this morning. Let's go through the list here and look at some other names. Broadcom, like we said, Broadcom getting hit hard in that AI narrative. NVIDIA, which, yeah, that just the reaction to this is absolutely insane. You see Apple, if you're looking for some strength and a flight to safety, look at Apple. Boy, Apple looks good. Did Apple hit? I was looking at Apple here because we did get that in pre-market. We basically hit this 200-day moving average down here, which I think is very interesting. Let's see what SPY looks like now that we've got the opening candle. I would think we come back up here, but I don't want to guess today. I don't know. If you guys are taking any trades, shout them out. Let's take a look at them. Because goodness gracious, this is a wild. I mean, we need some of these crazy names to get. We need some of these names to get some strength. Wow, Marvell down even bigger. Just go through some of these AI tickers. ASML down 8%. Yeah, almost all of these. I'm gonna turn off these pivot points for now because they're so far up here. I don't even want to look at them. We're way outside of the norm on that. Let's see what the overnight, just the overnight session. Let's see where we're at. So we're at halfback. So based on where we opened and where we moved to, this is a halfback right here. If we get over this area, I will be looking for this golden retrace 387. Here, let me make this a little bit easier to see. For just a second. Okay. So based on this, where we opened right here, so just our overnight range, 386. So I'm looking for this. I don't want to tick longs right here. I'm waiting that 15 minutes. Let's get the orb set, at least a 15-minute orb. But I think we're gonna try this area. This is my area of interest right here. Especially if we get over this area that was tough last night. I think this is what I want to see happen. Maybe we can get to this pre-market high too here on QQQ and use that as a measuring stick. SPY is almost there. If we want SPY over that, I don't know. Do we gap fill or not? I don't know. SPX back at 6,000 right now. I'm just being very, very cautious here. A few more minutes till this orb fills. 30-minute or 15-minute and then 30-minute. That's what I'm really. We are extended from these EMAs. I would rather be close to those for any type of entry. I don't know, chat. I don't know. This is wild. We'll see if any news comes out throughout the day too. Like if we hear any continued commentary. Some people are saying 3-day rule. Some people are saying they're buying the dip today. Some people are saying they're still going to short it. I don't know if we know what we're going to do. We got London orb right up here too. This doesn't look that big because of all these candles, but this is actually a pretty big move. At least we got some music going. We're chilling. We're down right at 3%. So right here is kind of the 3% down mark. Let's see what happens here at VWAP. I almost want to try along there. That's also my trend lines right there too. I'm gonna be patient and wait a little bit longer, but I was very tempted to buy this right here. Hello, Myth. Glad you're here joining with us. One minute until we get that 15-minute orb. We can take a look at some of the stats on that. Options grower, good to see you, my brother. Let's let these EMAs catch up and we may look for a long here. We have the orb. So we have our 15-minute orb. Oh, no, wrong button. I'm going to go ahead and put the 15-minute on here so we can start to look at it a little bit. And then once we get a 30-minute, we'll take a look at that. There's our 15-minute. So just waiting on like I said, I like this right here. You can see the trend line if I zoom out a little bit. Once I zoom in, it gets flatter, obviously, because it's a high time frame trend line, but it's a reclaim of the trend line and view up. I still think we could get to this area. But I haven't pulled the trigger on anything. If you guys have pulled the trigger on something, let's take a look at it. But I personally cannot pull the trigger just yet. I'm letting this dust settle on a Monday morning. Tesla recovering, getting close to the gap fill and previous day low. Yeah, Apple, as mentioned, just absolutely flying here. 10 minutes, we'll get a 30-minute orb set. Well, I'm still waiting on these EMAs to catch up. So if we stay up here, I'll still look to buy this dip down here in the 220s, maybe even the 200. 180 was a big level I had previously. I don't know, this 150 down here. So we'll see kind of what sets up, but these EMAs were still a little too extended for my look. IWM. IWM just filled its gap and went green. Oh. These moves look small, but in like this last candle, 65-point candles. Is that not weird to anyone else? If you trade in Q often? Any trades for today? I'm looking at some stuff. I'm taking it very easy. So here's my thing. I'm looking for these EMAs to catch. I want to be long, and my target's this up here, this like 370 to 400 area. However, I don't want to buy up here. So I want these EMAs to catch up. So I have better risk to reward for a long. And we'll look at it that way. So yeah, I'm looking for a trade, but I'm not going to take one just yet. This 30-minute orb will get set here pretty soon. I need these EMAs to catch up. We haven't touched them since the opening candle. 5-minute EMAs, especially 5-minute 9, is very responsive. We should get a touch of that at some point. So that's where I'm looking very, very, very soon. And we'll see. What about you, Capital? Or you got any trades that you're working on? I saw a couple people tag me that they were looking at some Oracle long-dated calls. Some people were trading IWM. A couple of people took Apple. So shout out to you guys that Apple is playing out very nicely. IWM playing out very nicely. Look at IWM here. You know, some of these names haven't even got a red candle yet. Tough. Okay, we got somebody watching Amazon. BK, let's take a look at Amazon. What does Amazon look like? Get a 15-minute chart here. Tesla, okay. So like if I piece this together, just like for the information that we have, right? Just what we actually have concrete. I mean, does this really affect Tesla? I would think not. Tesla's got their whole own AI training system for all of their robotics and cars and stuff. So Tesla makes sense to me. I mean, some of these other tech names, I mean, Apple's a flight safety, but Amazon should be fine. Meta, we know that Llama was used, or there's speculation, I guess, that Llama was used in part of this. I mean, so if you're building something off of what Meta's building, that makes sense. So yeah, something to think about there as well. I'm just trying to think of which. I mean, Netflix is unaffected by this. I'm trying to think of things that aren't affected by it. I think you may have a discount, a quicker response time, and then you also can look at, okay, if this is overblown, if this is just FUD, are you buying the dip? I mean, NVIDIA, Broadcom. I don't know. I've heard some really interesting arguments, and we'll be on Spaces all day looking at different arguments and pieces as this developing story comes out. Right. I think that's the key to keep in mind. This is a developing story. 5 more minutes. We'll have this 30-minute, or maybe we get a pullback down in here and we can try to get long. I really want to get long. Boy, this would have been a good long right there. I missed that, but that's fine. We'll see. I would rather err on the side of caution today, trying to take these trades. One of the hard things for being on a live stream, just saying this out loud, one of the hard things being on a live stream is you want to take trades. And it really tests that discipline muscle a little bit. And that's one thing that has helped make me successful, is being disciplined and waiting and taking good trades. So trying not to rush into trades is my general approach. And boy, I would love to just fire trades back and forth right now, but my strategy is not to do that. And I think there's something that you can take away from that. You can take away from, looking at this saying, hey, there's just not good risk to reward right now, in my opinion. Right? Somebody's probably killing it. Somebody's system probably works great in this. Mine does not. Patience, BK. Patience. Patience is a skill. He corrects it right after. Patience is a skill. Patience keeps you in the game. I mean, somebody last night was probably trying to buy this dip all the way through. I tried to buy it a couple times, and it didn't work out. I got back to break even, like right here on this trade, and I shut it down. I said, this is getting outside of normal. We're not getting a recovery like I would have wanted to see. And so I just stayed away from it. Got I'll call it 2 minutes until we get this 30-minute orb. So I think our orb range, I mean, it's very wide, but there's definitely some potential to play off of this a little bit today. Look, this is at EMA 9. Until we come back and at least touch this, I cannot take a long this extended from it. Patience is a skill. Patience is a virtue. IWM is running. If you took RTY or IWM, look at this beautiful move here up. Wait, I mean, just what we opened here, just from the open. That's over a 1% move on IWM. Beautiful over there. See where SPY's at compared to these NFP levels. Smack in the middle of nothing. I just don't have a whole lot to go off right here. I did see this right here. Big sell-off in Apple. Yeah, I was looking over. Big sell-off. We're holding the previous day high, though. We've broken it, and we're holding previous day high for now. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to update this orb to 30 minutes now so we can start to look at a little bit more of the stats. Here's orb high. I'm sorry, orb low. Orb high up here. Let's go back to Qs. Broadcom and Nvidia still down 11%. AMD down 4.5%. Microsoft down 3.5%, basically. Google down 3%. Amazon only down 2%. It's getting over. It's into that little gap a little bit. Meta down 1.4% now, trying to continue clawing its way back. Tesla's almost made it back to green. It's down just 0.5%. IWM is just rocketing right now. It's very interesting. All right. All right, this half back from the overnight move, if this holds right here 267, I'm tempted to take a shot maybe along here. We'll see. I'm very interested in this area right here, 267. All right, we should break one side of the orb. That 30-minute orb. $15-minute orb we can watch as well. 5:15, 23. We're right at the top of the 15-minute orb right now. Kind of wick through it, but we're kind of holding that orb. Here. There's your 15-minute orb right there, just so we have both kind of on the chart this morning. I want to play along down here in this area, but once again, I can't long up here. I know it kept going, but the problem is I just don't like risk reward for longing when we haven't touched these EMAs yet. SPX is breaking back under 6,000. All right, I'm getting really ready to buy something down in this area. Let's take a look and see what we might get. So 15-minute orb up here. All right, I really want to try to take a starter really soon. We haven't touched this EMA yet, but could go like very light starter and then scale my way in down to here. That's a little bit. You don't need much size today, that's for sure, the way these ranges are. Still waiting patiently. Patience. This is VWAP down here, right at this key level I have too. It basically held the NFP level though. Did anybody buy that? Anybody get long here? 270? Still waiting. I don't want to chase this. I want to buy weakness and start trimming into strength. Oh, I appreciate everyone hanging out while we see if some trade sets up here. NVIDIA is coming in a little bit. Still right above that level. So keep my eyes on this because NVIDIA's. Oof. Yep. It's going to come right off that 9. I'm going to be late. I could have taken that starter here, but I just didn't pull the trigger. Now I'm going to wait. I'm not going to chase this. This is part of the battle. Look at this thing moving now. That would have been a great buy. I completely missed it. I was looking for a little bit lower. It didn't give it to me. That's okay. We don't chase. We don't get FOMO. We wait patiently for the next trade. That would have been a great trade. If anybody took the 70s here, you know, you got a massive pop right there. I mean, very, very massive pop. NVIDIA is back at 125, poking right underneath it. Microsoft's hanging in okay for the moment. Take a look at some of the other big names here. Meta is pushing up again, only down 1% now. Amazon's still pushing into the gap. NVIDIA and Broadcom. What if we see a little bit of strength in those two names at some point? Boy, they're crushing this thing back down. That's why we don't FOMO. Look, if we would have chased anywhere in this candle, we're all the way back down. We're red. Bad risk to reward. If you chased anywhere in this candle, look, if you go down to a 1 minute chart, It didn't quite get to where I wanted to buy, but if you chased when this took off, if you chased anywhere in here, you're getting absolutely wrecked right now. That's why we're patient. FOMO will destroy your risk to reward. What are the China stocks doing today? Baba, I mean, obviously gapped up big, it's coming back down. Let's see what JD's doing. JD, slightly red here. What's KWeb? Let's just look at the entire sector. KWeb slightly green. A little bit green on KWeb. SPY breaks over this, I feel much, much, much better. Boy, no trades for me still. I really want to take a trade, but this is not really my environment at the moment. Digesting a lot of information, but I'm looking across the board here. Tesla. I mean, Amazon still looks pretty good. Somebody shout out to whoever BK. I think that was you that was watching Amazon. Amazon. Google, Amazon. Just looking at what names look good. Nvidia. This is a tough look on Nvidia. Meta. There you go. Meta. So I would say Meta, Tesla, Amazon should definitely be on your watch list today. Maybe Apple. Apple flight to safety. Does it hold in? I don't know. I'm still just going to be patient here, guys. I think that's the best move. I've been on a great run personally trading in January. Friday, I made some mistakes on one account, but my two main accounts are still doing fantastic. I really don't want to risk that on these like uncertain conditions right now, right? Because at the end of the day, it's protecting your capital, keeping your gains is just as important as making them. So that's what I'm going to continue to focus on. In the next 15 minutes, we should break one side of the orb, and I would think the upper side, but we'll see. This orb's so wide, and these conditions are outside of normal, so I'm just hanging out still. I've been looking around everywhere trying to find. And I tell you what, this is I'm glad I didn't chase this trade. I was really tempted to when it came off right there, just short of that kind of level I was looking for. IWM coming back to the EMAs here. Patience, patience, patience. Still nothing for me yet. I know there's movement here, but I need a better risk to reward. For me to risk my money, put my money on the line, I need a better risk to reward. I need to get back. I need to get down here, maybe here. All right. It always makes you feel a little bit better when you don't chase a trade and it does come back. We'll chuck that as a soft win. Not taking a loss is a win, right? A net win. All right. This area is where I'm interested. I'm getting really, really interested down here. All right, let's see what happens. All right. Let's see what happens here at VWAP in this area. It's 250. I'm going to start buying the dip down here a little bit lower. If they don't make it just easy and jump off the screen, I really don't want it. Not quite there. I want to take a very small starter right in here. All right. All right, I'm taking a starter. The 21. All right, I'm in. Let's see. I want to get a trim up in here. What was that 15-minute board? 5, 10, 15. See if we can get back to like 75 and then 80. My average is 241. Where do I have this drawn? Right there. That's where I got in. All right, we're long. Maybe I should trim at that 267 right there. Staring at me on the chart. All right, it's a little bit higher. Let's get that first 274. I want that first trim. I'm willing to add down here again, 225. All right, 35-point gain. I just sold a third. Let's go. We're long. Let's go. $50 points. Give me orb. Let's get back to orb high and break it. 342. Let's go. How about that, guys? We were patient for over an hour. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, 239. Right up here. That's my next. That's going to be my next trim here. I'll take off another third there. How about this candle, guys? You sit around for an hour, you're patient, you wait, you find a beautiful setup, and you take it. If you're not in and you come back and hold the 21, maybe you can get in there, this area. I mean the 21, the 9, sorry, right in here. 280s, maybe down to 267. If you're not in, maybe you can get in. I'm not adjusting my risk. I've already locked in at 30-something points on a third. And actually, we can risk just 20 points now. Blue and yellow. Okay, here, let me make that easier to show you. Hide drawings. Yellow is your 21 EMA. This is a 5-minute chart. Blue is your 9. And then this is VWAP right here. And then this is outer VWAP band. I don't even know where this other outer VWAP band is. Way up here. 445. Honestly, my dream target on this is about 430. Here we go. We're going to get a 100-point trade here. Come on. Do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. I joined a little late. Did you take that trade due to waiting for NQ to retrace it? Yeah, I wanted to get back to VWAP. I wanted to get back in the EMAs. I had this golden retrace. I had the trend line here. I had key levels here. This entire area was my area of interest for this, for a back test. So, I mean, we just blew straight through it. I had all these levels here. The golden retrace from the other, there's just several things I was looking at. A golden retrace on the way down. Hold on 1 second. Because I want to break this orb high here in the next 3 minutes. Because that would, no breaks doesn't ever happen. So I would actually be shocked if we don't break this orb high right here. Today is very outside the ordinary, but I still think we're gonna break this orb high right here. Give us a 100-point gain. Yeah, Kyle, glad you're here this morning. If you're watching anything, let me know. Guys, that goes out for any of you. Any questions? Happy to look at it. We finally got a trade here. Maybe some of that was experience. I do spend a ton of time on the chart just watching price action, watching how things typically play out. Come on. We're almost there, almost 100 points. The best part about trading is just sitting around, being patient, waiting for your spot, taking the trade, and just managing it as it goes. Set your risk, trim as you go. Come on, pop through that orb high. Pop through that orb high. A little bit further. What do we need? About 10 more points? There's 100 points. I just sold another third. Shout out to all of you that hung in for an hour. We got a 100-point trade here. We're still going. You see my next target. 370s. Here we go. How about that trade? Let's go. Let's go. We're going to get full target here. I'm not going to take off full. I'm going to leave runners, right? Because I still want to see like this 425. Where's 425? Is that 425? Yeah, that's what I really want to see. So I'm going to take, I'm out 2/3. I can trim like another one right here. And we did break that orb. So going back to the Edgeful data here, there was a 49, or well, okay. We're breaking one side or the other. There was a 0% chance based on normal data over the last 6 months that we don't break either side of the 30-minute orb in that next 30 minutes. We just did. Look at that beautiful. Appreciate you, Braden. Braden, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you joining in. Appreciate the love there. What a trade. See, you stay calm, you let your trade come to you, you execute, you celebrate, and then you go back, right? Here we go. That's that next target I was looking for, right in there. This is that area I called out this morning that I wanted to see next. I'm going to take another little trim here. I'm going to sell another little piece here and leave my runners. All right, so I got to trim up there. I don't know how many points that was, like 135 or something like that. So basically just runners only here. See if we break in base on this 341 orb high. What a beautiful candle. That worked out very, very nicely. Doesn't always work out like that, but this one was a beautiful one. I still want to see us get up to this area. Halfback of the move down, 393. No, wait. No, that's not the move down. 386 is the golden retrace. So that could be a definite spot. If you're looking to short this, I think that's a definite spot for you. I'm personally not. We've broke the orb. We've crashed to the bottom. I want to look long. There we go. There we go. It's 140 points. Come on. Let's keep going here. I've got room to trim one more time. And personally, I would love to do it up here over 400. Coming into a big area, this is the golden retrace of the overnight move down. I have this. My next zone starts at 425 above us on NQ. There's 150 points. I'm going to take my last trim here and just leave a runner. How we feeling, chat? Am I a Lone Ranger up here today? I don't know. I feel great, obviously, from that trade. DeepSeek is restricting registration to China mobile phone numbers. Just heard on the News Squawker. Apple new high of day, up 2.5%. CrowdStrike's doing well. Meta's green, up 0.5% now. Netflix is back green, barely. Tesla's almost there, just 0.5%, a couple dollars. Amazon just flying. This is beautiful. If NVIDIA could get some legs and help push us here, maybe Broadcom, that's the only like ankle weight that we have left right now. But we got most of the move we were looking for, right? I called out this area, this basically 370 to 400 area. That's the move I was looking for off of this down here. I mean, that's a fantastic move. We captured most of it. Down to just runners. No chasing, no FOMO. Remember all this? So like going back, just looking at this, if I would have longed, here, let me zoom in here. If I would have longed here or chased this, I would have got stopped out bad, because look, I would have been long here at 277 and this came down 50 points. I'm not gonna hold a 50-point drawdown. But when we long down here at 240s, boom. All right, I got a question regarding 50K account I won from Ticker Talk a few months ago. I wanted an extra with Elite Trade. I went to Trade8, but I need to pay extra on Trade8 for data. Most you'll have to double check with Elite Trader, but I believe all the data is included with Trade8. I believe. If it's not, you may have to pay that extra fee. Just double check that, but I believe the data should be. So what you could do is if you have a different broker or if you have live data on TradingView, compare. So open your Tradeovate with that account, compare that to what's going on the Tradeovate chart, and make sure that it lines up, make sure it's updating in real time. However, I believe with prop firms, most of the time you are getting the monthly subscription that they give you for the combine or evaluation accounts includes the data most of the time. Now, it usually only includes level 1 data, which is just price. Level 2 data is like when you get the depth of market, like with a book map where you can see where the orders are sitting and stuff like that. That's usually level 2 data. But you should have level 1 data, I believe, with any prop firm. Well, I want a 200-point trade. Options grow. Bought the dip, and I'm out 467. My day is done. 467. What ticker is that? Or $460. You made $467? If so, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I think it's a good time to mention that nothing on here is financial advice for entertainment and education purposes only. Please make sure and do your own due diligence. Don't just blindly chase or follow anyone's comments up here. But we do appreciate everyone joining. Here we go, new high of day. All right, so you made 467 on ES. That is massive. Options grower, shout out to you. Awesome, awesome. What EMA is that? Which one, Nima? If you're talking about this green one up here, this is an outer VWAP band. So this is VWAP +1 band, and way down here, you see this is VWAP -1 band. The yellow that you see, and I made these a little bit darker or a little bit thicker from last stream because I noticed they were hard to see sometimes. This is your 21 EMA. And this right here is your 9. So the blue, I use blue for 9. I use yellow for the 21. The only thing, so like breaking one side or the other was what I was really looking for. You can look the Edgeful data. That's really the only thing that gave me a little bit extra edge today was I was like, okay, no break is so uncommon. I think we're going to get this breakout. It happens 49% of the time that 30-minute orb range breaks to the upside. So this right here, where this is right here, this 0 line, we were down here, right? And then we were here. This breaking within that next 30 minutes. So when it's set right here, during these next two 15-minute cancels, the next 30 minutes of market, you break one side or the other 100% of the time right now, 100% of the time. So, I mean, look at this. No breaks, 0 times out of 123. Even with today being an outside of the norm day, that stat still held very, very strong there. Just got another 30 minutes left on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We may not have a whole lot to do for 30 minutes, but can't be upset with this. I haven't even really looked at ES a whole lot today. What's ES look like on here? Interesting. Obviously, I'm leaving this on here. I moved my stop up to like this area on just the runners. Where's it at? I have it at 289 right now. I have it basically right here. Boom, boom, bam, boom, 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 bam. Now what? Do we hold orb high, 341? I haven't really noticed anything on Bookmap that sticks out to me. Remember, we don't chase. If you're looking for a back test and hold of orb, maybe. MA9, that would be your confluence. Take a shot here and immediately trim into the 70s, and then see if you can get a new high day. You probably, I don't know, it could be a tough buy there.
Porque si te quedas con ese olor, aprietas la almohada de las visitas todo.
See if we bounce off of orb high in the MA9. Here, let's move this over. I don't. What for whatever reason, the background of this always just throws me off a little bit. Yeah, 350. Maybe that could have been a buy. Oh. Well, while things are slow again, make sure you check out Edgeful. Edgeful.com. If you look down in the description, if you're on YouTube, you should see that. If you look, just go to Edgeful.com, check it out. There's a massive update coming. Like, don't tell anyone. I have access to the beta. I will be playing with it this afternoon. Can't do it on the stream just yet, but it's getting released like any day. We'll put it that way. Any day you're going to see Edgeful 2.0. This is going to look so different than what it currently looks like, and it's going to be it's going to be a massive upgrade. Hold on, I'm watching the CMA 9. You take an amazing tool and make it better. I mean, what more do you want, right? But yeah, check out Edgeful. Make sure you get signed up. You can see all these indicators that I have on my chart on multiple different chart layouts. Are almost all Edgeful ones. You see all these Edgeful ones here. You see 2 Edgeful ones over here. I'm very tempted to buy right here on Orpie. I'll buy I'll add a tiny amount right here. I'm back to like a third position. See if we can get back to that like 392. We are sitting right on Orb High here on NQ, 30-minute Orb. Who was watching? Was anybody watching Meta with me? Is that it? It's a new all-time high. New all-time high on Meta here. Super bullish for Meta. I was mentioning that earlier in the stream. If this thing was built off a llama, bullish Meta, right? Tesla trying to fill the gap and go green. Nice bounce off of orb high here. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna trim that ad back out right now. So what we get? 40. It's 40 points. Let's go ahead and take the trim back out. Extra 40 points. Let's go back down to just runners. Boom. Not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. That was a good trim. Good trim. Oof. Let's see if it still holds here. But hey, can't be mad about that extra. Let's see. I bought it. I got 30 points out of it because I ended up getting filled at 345 and 74. So extra 30 points. Can't be mad at that either. If this loses a sword, really, we don't want it to lose 300 at this point. Now, NVIDIA, like I said, we still have some ankle weights on us. NVIDIA's broken orb low. And right here, I mean, pre-market low gets lost, it's ugly. Broadcom, not doing great things, but a little bit better. Still down the same amount percentage-wise, but NVIDIA's got to find some buyers or it's going to get really ugly. There was an interesting news story that came out that DeepSeek is restricting new registrations to Chinese phone numbers only, mobile phone numbers. I mean, my quick thesis on that is that their servers are getting overloaded with everyone trying to get on and try it out. So they're restricting it and doing like a China preference to it. That's really the only thing I read into that, but it is interesting. Oh, buddy. There's that 30-minute orb was right there at 302.
Porque el güey de Francia está toda la vida diciendo que era la otra de no, que tengas como los espacios que tienes en la cabeza, que quieres. Yo, por ejemplo, la gente que negocia, como por su curiosidad, pero no te no dejan. Pero tú no quieres, como que no, pero tú quieres. Como que me hagas siempre y cosas desde entonces, fue bien, ¿sabes?
First time we touch the 21, we probably get a reaction here. Coming into the 21. 21.
Ay, el más que está hablando en procesado, porque me parece que esto, pero así de la nada. ¿Cómo lo hace con bebé? Así. Y pues ya le expliqué, ¿no? La está y le va a poner su hipotecaria. Me abrieron un consulta y para que no.
I don't like that NVIDIA is testing the lows here, pre-market lows.
No quiero que te acuchillen. Le digo, pero
Where are we going? We're gonna hold this 300. If we lose that, I'm not near as excited about any more longs, at least for the next little bit. Now, I'm still watching this, looking at the video. I mean, pennies away from losing pre-market low. Ooh, Broadcom. If you're gonna bounce and hold, you're gonna hold here. A little bit of selling going on. SPY's right on the 21 too. This goes any lower, I mean, you could probably try a tight risk here. If it goes any lower, you're probably head for the hills. I'll be stopped out of this. Remember, I added here, sold back up here, and my stop is still sitting like right here. What is this? 283? Let's see. Are they gonna get me? Ooh, they're gonna get me? No? 10 more minutes on the stream here. We caught the one big trade. That's all I care about. I am watching these runners to see if they get me here. You wonder if it doesn't just shoot down right here and get bought back up. I'm not going to try to buy this, even though I hope it holds for my runners. I'm not going to try to buy this. NVIDIA. NVIDIA new low of day, just for pre-market lows. Where's NVIDIA at on the daily? NVIDIA is almost at the 200-day moving average, 121, like 80-ish. Definitely worth watching. When was the last time NVIDIA even saw a 200-day? January. It's been a year. Wow.
¿Verdad? La que quieres saber este no quisiera.
All right, I got stopped while I was looking at that NVIDIA chart. There's VWAP. You buy that? I'm not a big fan of it. I think you do get some type of bounce though. Should get a reaction here off of VWAP, but I can take this off. I'm out. I am flat like the earth, as they say. I pay way more attention to the 30-minute. I do from time to time just take a look at that 15-minute orb. So like this morning I did market right here. We are on this NFP level again. And this is basically where I longed earlier, like 20 points lower. I marked it just in case we come back and held it. So sometimes I pay attention to it, sometimes I don't. I'm way more concerned with the 30-minute personally and the IB. But NVIDIA is absolutely drilling. Oof. Well, I don't see anything that makes me want to buy this, to be 100% honest. Got another 5 minutes left or so on the stream. I'm not buying this dip. I don't blame you if you're taking a shot here, but just nothing is super exciting to me here. We got the one big trade. Like I said, we're patient. I want good setups only, high quality, especially on a Monday with outside of normal market conditions. If this was a normal day, I would probably be looking to buy a reaction. But I don't even see a decent reaction happening right now. I really don't. And that's always, kind of, I don't know. There's little signs that I use during the day. Like when if I see aggressive selling, aggressive buying, some type of sign that tells me, hey, like this is looking good, like more confluence. I just don't have a whole lot of confluence here. I mean, why wouldn't we come back to the midpoint of the orb now? We felt the upper. Why wouldn't we come to the midpoint? You definitely don't want to lose this down here, this 200. You lose 200 and this thing could get really ugly today. I don't know. Any last watches from you guys? I will say the next stream I'm doing will be on Friday morning. Wednesday, we have a massive space with the Wolf team going on all day, a marathon space. We're literally going to be live from pre-market through after hours, through all the earnings. It's going to be a massive, massive day. So we'll see how everything goes. With that, it's going to be a big day. Make sure you check that out. And obviously, Edgeful. Make sure you check out Edgeful. I mean, these indicators alone have made me some money today. And then the one report that I really liked today was this one right here. 30 minutes, same candle. So the next 30 minutes, after that 30-minute orb gets set, the next 30 minutes, you break one side or the other 100% of the time over the last 6 months. Doesn't mean it has to stay 100%, but that's a strong probability that that's going to happen. If we go to throughout the day, let's just see what throughout the day. Double breaks is the most common. So we'll see. We do have that IB. We broke the upper IB. So for us to break the lower is only a 15% chance. What does that look like? Let's put this. IB is the first hour. There's a separate indicator for this, but for me, it's easier to just change this one from 30 to an hour. So this right here, breaking today, is just a 15% chance. If you're short, I mean, probably this is what you're looking for, probably the pre-market high area, but who knows? I would think NVIDIA gets bought up down here undercutting the 200. I think we probably put in a local low. That's about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Any final comments? Anybody out there? I appreciate everyone that tuned in. We had over 5,000 people jump by the stream this morning. I appreciate everyone. Make sure you check out Edgeful, of course. That update's coming out any day. Any day. I'll keep you guys posted. You'll see in my timeline, of course. Make sure you follow Edgeful at Edgeful. Very simple. Follow Wolf Financial at Wolf Financial. And follow myself at Emp Maximiliano. EMPMAXILIANO. Maximiliano. Follow me on X. Follow both Edgeful and Wolf. If you're on the YouTube channels, this is also streamed on YouTube. If you are just on, if you're catching the broadcast on X, you can watch this on YouTube if you prefer YouTube as well. Both the Wolf and Edgeful channels have this live over there. Plus, we're live right here on X. Multiple streams to multiple platforms. Wherever you guys prefer, we'll send it to you there. Boy, IWM is just waterfalling back down. Apple's holding in decently. Meta's holding in decently. Kind of get some final updates here. Costco's pushing towards high of day. Walmart's still green. hasn't really gone anywhere. Amazon's still looking decent. I don't really like the little like seagull like M patterns that we've got going on here, but it is what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my time here on the stream this morning. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. We're right at the 2-hour mark from when I hit live this morning. Don't give back. If you made any gains this morning, don't give it back. Taking wild shots at this thing. This thing is all over the place. People are scrambling. People are digesting information. A lot of times when you get a big outsized move, the market digests. It has to digest information. You get some counter trend trades. That's great, but be very, 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 very careful on either side of things there. And with that, I will sign off. I will see you guys on Friday morning, right here, same place. Set your whatever alerts. If you subscribe to the YouTube and set alerts, it will let you know anytime Edgeful or Wolf Financial goes live. That's the easiest way to set alerts, because X doesn't let you set live broadcast alerts unless you just turn on notifications for Edgeful or for Wolf Financial, either one. Both great options. Anyways, guys, take a look at the timelines. I will see you guys on Friday. Appreciate everyone that joined in. Options Grower, BK. Appreciate you stopping by this morning. Hope to see you again in here. Braden stopped by. We had Kyle in here earlier this morning. Trofer, I see you down there. Who else? Pete the Cat was here. We had the B+. There was somebody else. Who else stopped by that we always see in here? But we appreciate everyone. Mountain Man, all the people that stopped by early this morning as well. Chad was in here saying go Birds. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Lock in that profit. Let's have a great Monday. And